Thank you for tuning in, Woodsy here, and today we're going to be looking at the Nike SB Dunk Low Pro B Parachute Beige. Let's check them out. So this was a pair that I definitely wanted to seek out. When you saw the early images, like most dunks, you see early images well in advance, but I really wanted to check these out. These have released sort of early end of last year, beginning of this year, but I'm going to class them as 2025. And they are a sort of modern day variation of the Pro Bs, which was the dunk prior to the SB, which spanned about from like 99 till 02. These have similar colourings, I suppose, to the putties, but they're pretty different. They are different as well, even though I've never held a pair of the original Pro Bs. From talking to people and from pictures and images, I think they are very varied in materials, but I will go on to that in a little bit. Now, I picked these up from Focus. These retail in the UK at £110. I'm assuming that they are about 120 or 130 in the US. And like a lot of SB Dunks at the moment, they're sitting on shelves. So you can readily pick these up. They may even go on sale. And I might pick up another pair when they go on sale because of the sizing that I've chosen here. And I will talk about that in a bit. When you open the box, they are in a purple box. So they're in a purple box, Nike SB Dunk Low Pro B Parachute Beige. I went for a 9.5. Now, this is where it comes to sizing. When it comes to Nike SB Dunks, I am a 9.5. Effectively, I could probably go for a 9, but when it comes to certain pairs, they fit really tight, and I like to have that extra bit of wiggle room, especially because I have more of a wide set foot. I would played it safe. I got the 9.5 in these, but I do think you could go with your Nike sportswear dunk sizing. So I could have gone for a size 9 and been fine. These still fit okay, but because they're quite a strong structure, they haven't got as much flexibility as I thought they would. And because of the OG tooling on the heel, they do slip a little bit. They've got a nice lot of room around that toe box, and I would say they're nice and comfortable if you do have a wide set foot. So yeah, stick to your Nike sizing, your normal non-SB sizing, because I think that will fit you perfectly. When you open the box, you're met with the wood grain paper, and you've got your little Nike SB white sticker inside. Now, I really hyped these up in my head, and I was really excited. They look beautiful, and even when you open the box, you still think, yes, a beautiful pair of dunks. But I was a little bit disappointed in materials, and especially with my pair, the quality control. Now, obviously, you can't avoid the pair you get. Sometimes you have glue stains, you have marks. It's just inevitable when it is a mass-produced product. But for example, on my pair, there was really dominant glue line stains along the outer of the right shoe and the interior. It is what it is. If I manage to get another pair in a smaller size, as we was talking about a minute ago, for sale, I probably will do so, and I will definitely be trying to get the other two colorways that they have leaked to come out as well. Looking at the shoe, it's got that OG tooling, so you've got that like that taller toe box, and it is just a taller structure in general. You've also got, as I said, that different sock liner, so it hasn't got the oval padding in there. It's more of that smoother old school look, but it does have a slimmer feel and a more compact, firmer feel instead of that sort of cloudy, puffy sock liner feel like the proper OGs, because it is more of that sort of like memory foam that they use nowadays. Comfortable, nice, feels right, but as I said, it's got a slight slip because of the size that I've chosen. The outsole is in a sort of semi-translucent gum colour. It's really nice looking, and obviously it is the more of a sportswear dunk looking outsole because it doesn't have the squishy shield in there, because obviously this is supposed to look like an older model and have that older OG tooling. The midsole is in this sort of beigey khaki colour, which is really nice, and then the majority of the upper is in this parachute beige suede nubuck material. Now, this material has a nice movement to it when you run your finger over it. It does look appealing, but it's The actual leather used is quite stiff, especially through the side panels. It doesn't have that flex that the recent suedes have had, so it might be a little less comfortable compared to those recent suedes, and it may take a bit more time to break in. Saying that, you've got a taller toe box area, and it does feel a bit bigger, and it has a nice lot of room, and I find it really comfortable for that because I am more of a wide set foot. You've got this mesh on the back of the heel in that more of a khaki colour, white on the heel tab, a white leather with the Nike in black, and that is the same colours on the tag on the tongue. So you've got black Nike on a white background, but you've also got the SB, but it's in a light sort of creamy beige, so it's almost to sort of like disguise it, because what the Pro Bs would have had prior would have had no SB, because obviously they was prior to the SB, they would have just said Nike. So I really like that detail on the tongue tag. Now, what I nearly forgot to mention was obviously quite an important factor that people look at when they're buying SBs, it's the tongue. Now, this is definitely not a big puffy OG looking tongue. It's definitely not compared to, say, if we put it next to the pink box Oompa. That is a fat boy tongue. This is more of that sort of slimliner sort of tongue that they've been putting on recent pairs. Now, it's got a nicer shape than the GRs that released last year, even though I don't mind those tongues too bad. And it sort of like V's out more, but it is still not as thick and girthy as older tongues. I personally don't mind it. I've got used to the GR models with that sort of slimmer tongue, and I think this is actually a nice shape to it. But yeah, it's just something to take into consideration with this pair, that it is a sort of more of a slimmer, newer shape tongue. And then inside you've got that lighter sort of beigey khaki sock liner in that OG tooling, like I stated before. Got a black insole, and it just states Air Zoom, a Nike SB. I haven't pulled these out, there's not going to be any hidden details, but yeah, overall a really solid shoe. And when I say a solid shoe, I mean a solid shoe. It is hardly any flex on that sole. And then you've got your flat laces. Now, really wide flat laces, I really like the look of these. And then you get spare, sort of almost like a goldeny beige to change up. These fit the colour of the shoe really well, and these are a slight sort of variation. Don't know which one I prefer. I'm quite happy with the one that it comes stock, and I'll be totally honest with you, I haven't put these in yet, but I will do that for the video now. So let's check out what they look like with these laces in. Overall, for a £110 dunk, they are pretty nice, I have to admit. But there's a lot of dunks going on sale at the moment, so if you can get them on sale, try it, because they are currently sitting here in the UK, just like quite a lot of the GRs, and it's such a nice change. You're able to sort of like pick and choose. Now, I got these from Focus. Thank you, Focus, much appreciated. Cool skate shop in Scotland, but I will have to admit, I've not really had much luck when it comes to their raffles, but I've been purchasing a lot from them recently because they've had really good discount prices. That is what I'm pretty happy with at the moment. I have no allegiance to any skate shop, so I can pick and choose and find pairs that are discounted. I don't really have to sort of stay with one local, because I've never ended up with a local. So there we go. Let's do another on feet of these. Tell me what you think. Are you going to pick them up? Happy 2025, it's Woodsy out.